So I know you all want to see how these all-wheel drive transmissions work on these lawnmowers, and you can see it's pretty simple. They just have a gearbox in front and in rear, one belt with a series of idler pulleys, and when you the cable came off on this one, so this is why I have this one apart, to try and figure out how to get this cable back on. But I know it goes on here, and when you pull it tight, this raises and it pulls the belt tight, which moves all those pulleys and goes up to the front transaxle and moves that too. So that's how the belt is supposed to go, and that is how these work. This is why I always tell you guys to clean out your gas tanks. So you let it sit out in the sun and dry out, and then watch this. You got to get all that stuff out of there. Man, there was a lot. Anyways, you keep blowing until everything's out of there. That's how I clean out gas tanks. Tech tip number 462,846. So I want to show you folks something. If you've never heard of what a sewer jetter is, and I hadn't until a couple of weeks ago, let me show you what one is. If you have a plugged pipe, a sewer pipe, I actually had a downspout off my gutters. The part that went under the ground out to the sewer was plugged, and the snake, the old mechanical snake, wouldn't work. And just as I was about to run out of ideas, I came across this. What this is, basically it came with 50 feet of high pressure hose and an adapter, so you could adapt it right to your wand here. And you see, so you basically take this piece off your wand and attach the hardware they give you to attach the hose, and this is what's on the end, and this is the important part. If you look close at it, and on this end you will see it shoots water out high pressure right out the middle, but surprisingly it also has 3 holes along the side that shoot water back. And it's a brilliant idea, because what that does is when the water is shooting back, it actually forces this thing farther down into the pipe, as well as clearing the clog because it sprays out of the front. But it was great. I was ramming this thing down, and you know, of course it would stop, and I would just pull my handle, and so I would just pull the lever on the wand here to get the water flowing, and I could feel this end pulling itself farther down the pipe. So it's a pretty ingenious idea, and any standard pressure washer it'll work, and it cleaned out my pipes perfectly, and I just thought it was a pretty cool tool. It cost me about $70 for the 50-foot hose, and the comes with the tip, and of course all the hardware to mount it up to your wand here. Pretty slick. That's a sewer jetter, folks. If you ever need to clean out any pipes and you have a pressure washer, this is the way to go. So I don't have the engine running, so it's just going to be low pressure that comes out of here, but you'll be able to see what it does. See that? Pretty slick, huh? So I want to show you guys something cool I discovered for the first time today. Check it out. It's a Briggs & Stratton 6.25 series engine, 190 cc, and check out the air filter cover. You have a window so you can see how dirty your air filter is, and you could take off your air filter cover without any tools, just like that. How slick is that? Nice. You know what else drives me nuts? Briggs and Stratton overhead valve Intech engines, because they always have cam problems and you have to replace the cam, and it's a big job. Do not like it. Actually, last 4 bolts are being stinkers here, not coming out real easily, so I'm bringing in the big guns. That'll teach you. Okay, so we're looking for a damaged cam in here. Hopefully that's what we find since we're this far already. Tap, 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 gently. There we go, you can hear it when it starts to come loose. I'm going to put a rag under here because it's about to get oily. Tap, tap, tap. Tap it all the way around. There it comes. All right, let's see what we have here. Hopefully nothing jumps out at us. Something just jumped out at us. All right, you guys ready? Ta-da! So sure enough, this is the first thing to fall out. This is part of that cam gear that broke. It's actually the compression release lever that's on the cam that breaks, but you have to replace the whole cam. And this little doodad you can lift off of here. Out comes the cam, and you can see they line up. There's a dot on this gear, and there's a dot right here that they line up when you put it back in. So your lifters are going to come out, and your push rods, but that's okay, we can push them back in. So this mechanism actually fits on the back of the cam. I'll show you what a good one looks like. That's the part number. Comes with new set of lifters. And here's what it's supposed to look like. See that little mechanism on there? That's supposed to swing around. So we're still missing some parts. We got to find the spring and any other parts of this, that are left inside the engine here. Hopefully they didn't go too far. Okay, I did find this pin, which is the pin that goes in here too. So you want to make sure to keep track that you find all the parts that fell apart. I'll go ahead and add this to my stockpile of old broken cams. I have about 2 dozen of them. Alright, I think we found the other pieces. They're down in here. And there's the spring right there. So there's the spring and the little shaft that holds it on. And the other chunk here. So we found all the pieces. That's good. Check it out, folks. It's a Craftsman brush hog. I've never seen one of these. This one's pretty well built. Nice basic solid construction. Nice big pneumatic tires on here. Good solid deck. Simple controls. Yeah, this thing's sweet. The guy says it runs great, but he's having some problems driving it and with the blades and whatnot. But you know, he did mention that he replaced the belts, and he went to Napa, of course, and that's never a good thing. And I just want to take a moment to say, don't buy a Napa belt. get the right belt. It makes a difference. So to get to the belts, you have 2 bolts here, 2 bolts on the side here. I took these bolts out thinking I needed to, but I didn't. Voila. There's the setup. Looks like a great design. I don't know who built this one. Craftsman put their name on it, but it's a good machine. But I can see this belt is really loose. This belt, down here there's a splined belt. I don't see any cracks or anything in that, so I think it's fine. But this is definitely the belt that I'm sure he's having issues with. It doesn't look like an original Craftsman belt. Good morning, everyone, from Jeff's Little Engine Service. This is the first episode of What's in the Box. So let's find out. It's a big box. You can see I have my rounded tipped safety scissors here. These are the only scissors I'm allowed to use around here. What could it be? Well, look what we have. It's a brand new transaxle from Hydro Gear. Got packing grease all over this thing. Looks pretty sweet. Even comes with the fan this time. Nice. Wow, I think someone had it tipped upside down maybe. Looks like it leaked some fluid. Supposed to take this cap off and put this one on. Hopefully it didn't leak that much. Doesn't look like it. Maybe few ounces at the most. Let me get some gloves on. Looks pretty nice. There we go, folks. Brand new Hydro Gear transaxle. It was about $650, much cheaper than a lot of other places.